All right, good morning, everybody. I guess it's not necessarily morning for anyone else. I keep making that mistake. Welcome to a Lean Business Canvas. Today we're going to be talking about political lawn signs are useless. That's the problem of the day. We're going to be canvassing. Just as a quick reminder, in these videos, we go through the Lean Business Canvas as our first step, our first test in determining whether we should build a product. And so we're going to fill this out, excluding key metrics because it's stupid, and rate each of them on a scale of 0 to 2. And then if it scores higher than a 9, that means it moves on to a lab. So we'll make something. Yeah. Did I miss anything, Neil?
No, I think that about does it.
All right, let's start with the problem. Oh, it's still that green text. And let's do 50 font size. All right, political lawn signs are useless. I think the alternatives are even worse. Now that I'm considering it, I think Facebook is one alternative.
No, so right now there is someone who has started making their own lawn signs, and they're not explicit, they make it look like it's inviting conversation, and it's just not, right? So I think like one of them is like, how would you feel about cheap gas and mean tweets now? And it's just like you're asking a question, but I have no way to answer.
Yeah, like that's not reality, and those aren't the only two trade-offs. Like,
yeah,
like,
yeah, and their lawn is just filled with signs like that.
Really? Where is this? Huh? That's fascinating.
Yeah.
I think an alternative is actually being involved in politics in some way.
Yeah.
Political organizing, which I don't know if that's better or worse, but probably better.
Well, I mean, I think it depends on what it is. If that means, going to, city council, I'd say that's better. Well, it depends why you're going to city council. But yeah, so I guess really the problem is we've got a nuanced thing called politics, and signs make it one-dimensional.
Yeah. All right, political lawn signs are useless because they are one-dimensional. So there's kind of two solutions, right? In my mind, there's like really taking the time to create engaging lawn signs, or there is lawn signs that make fun of lawn signs as a concept.
Well, so I don't, what do you mean by an engaging lawn sign? Because a lawn sign's a lawn sign and it's one-dimensional. Like there are lawn signs that I see and it's like, yeah, I agree with that. But
well, I think
they're still one-dimensional.
I think you can push the medium a little bit. I think maybe right, I think it would move away from an endorsement of a single candidate towards some thought-provoking, it'd be hard to do, but I think you could provoke legitimate thought with the lawn sign or conversation. I think that's in the realm of possible. Yeah. Or do you not think so? I think, just as I think almost the same as like, I think Twitter can provoke really useful thought. It also is usually used as a cesspool.
Yeah, I guess I don't, there's nothing that really comes up.
No, I think
a lawn sign that provokes good thought.
I think it's a non-trivial problem. I think that would require really careful thought and iteration.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I think that would be hard to do. I think it's
Mhm.
possible, but it would be quite challenging. Yeah. So I think for that reason, our solution is to make fun of lawn signs,
Yeah,
which I think is actually a subset of an engaging, thoughtful lawn sign.
yeah.
Um, because I think this is a way of making people think.
Mm-hmm.
Unique value proposition.
Um. Hmm.
Good question. What do we do differently? I think the value proposition is like we give you a chance to step out of the dichotomy.
Mm-hmm.
Without punting. I think a lot of people who want to step out of the dichotomy say, well, I'm neither party. Or I'm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Or they, like the anyone 2022 or 2020, or the not Trump 2020.
Yeah. Like,
That's still just antagonistic.
yeah. I think this starts to poke at like, yeah, I'm not really engaging with the dichotomy, but I think there's something deeper and bigger there.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully. I mean, it could just be a sarcastic poke at the system, which
Yeah,
I think is positive.
like the adult 2020 ones.
Yeah.
Like those were kind of funny, but also they were sort of still just burning the system and not transcending.
I mean, I think they're pointing towards like, let's get better candidates out there. Like, that's a legitimate critique.
Yeah,
And I think that's better than some,
yeah,
like that is, I think it is, it's a little bit burn it all, but it's also like pushing on like, okay, why are the two options two 80-year-old white men? Like,
yeah,
that seems dumb. Like, let's
yeah.
do better. Like, I guess one thing that I really liked from lean analytics is a metric is a vanity metric if it doesn't change anything, if it doesn't change your behavior in any way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a similar thing is going on here, where if a sign doesn't change anything about how you think, it's a vanity metric, basically. It's a vanity sign.
Mm-hmm.
Which, now thinking of that test, that any adult is vanity, I think that's a vanity
Yeah,
metric as well. So I think the goal here would be, let's make something that changes people's minds about these lawn signs. Very specific case.
mm-hmm.
The high level concepts, I think this is going to be actually a really useful exercise for us. We are, what's like, I'm trying to think of like good content. We're the New York Times of lawn signs.
Well, in some ways it'd be bringing political cartoons to lawn signs.
Oh yeah, I really like that. Yeah, yeah. Unfair advantage. I don't know. We don't have skin in the game. Like, especially like across political sphere. Like think about who makes lawn signs. Like it's like a county commissioner, or it's like, right? Like,
Yeah, it's a candidate.
yeah. And then there's of course like national ones, but I think actually more common is the really local ones.
I think you just think that because we're in an off year.
That's true. Although I feel like I see a lot of local ones, and that's actually where it has the most impact because that's really just name value.
Yeah.
Have you seen my name before? Oh, I'll put that one on the list, you know. Channels. I don't know.
Kickstarter.
Yeah. I think, I'm trying to think, like, is there like a Facebook group? Like local politics, local political groups? I don't know how well they would take to this, but I have a feeling there's some people, there's some subset of the population.
Yeah.
Customer segments. This is a tough question.
It could be the people who are interested in local politics instead of who are fed up with national politics.
Yep. Fed up. Right.
Fed up.
National politics. I think maybe third party voters. Like, what do they call those?
Oh. Third party or independent?
Independent voters. Be an interesting segment to reach out to. Early adopters.
Kickstarter users.
That's actually like a. I wonder if like Hacker News too might be an interesting subset.
Mm-hmm.
Cost structure. Their costs are just, it's an inventory type of, right?
Yeah. Inventory and then cost of whatever the Kickstarter campaign or advertising.
Inventory, advertising, and a website probably.
Mm-hmm.
Advertising. Website sounds like, for some reason I'm remembering Robitussin, but I don't really know what that is. So
Good.
revenue stream, sales of signs. All right, let's kick it off. Here we go. We are voting now, folks. This is how the voting works. All right, from 0 to 2. We should write them all down, and then let's just say them. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks. This will be a brief intermission. We need some fun music to play. Neil, why don't you sing us a song?
I'll pass.
I think that's what we need. Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Problem.
I said one.
Name. Solution.
One.
Yep. Unique value proposition.
One.
Yep. I think we're on the same page here. Unfair advantage.
0.
2. Not on the same page. I think a lot of people, if we can get in the lawn sign game like this, we're gonna have a huge channels,
1,
customer segments,
1,
same, cost structure.
1.
Oh, I love the little revenue streams.
1.
Yep, same. All right. This is a very average idea upon reflection.
Well, so the one thing I really like about this idea is it's pretty light. Like it's not a heavy lift.
No, yeah.
But yeah, I think it's pretty average with a little bit of like extra, I don't know, a little bit of spice, but I don't really know where that spice is. And then it's pretty light. So then it that's, I think, part of why it appeals to me.
I know. I almost think this would be interesting to try still.
Yeah. Well, and as we figure out, what our cutoff needs to be, right?
Yeah.
We're trying to convert noise to bias. And then once we have bias, we can see, what direction we're biased in and then correct for that bias.
Yeah. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, it's 8.
So this is a no-go technically
Yeah.
as it stands. So this failed canvas. Red. Gigantic. I wish we had a failure stamp.
Yeah.
Really,
You shall not pass.
yeah. But alas, for now, we just have a giant red 8. And that is all we have time for, folks.